say distractions, distractions, distractions for the Philadelphia Eagles, trying to break this team apart during the playoffs. These beat writers to NFL outlets are really trying to beat this team down and get all the attention they can get and make up as much stuff as possible while this Eagles team is focused going into the divisional round against the LA Rams. We're going to be talking about Jaylen Hertz's press conference, the roster moves, and the new head coach, Mike Rabel, to the Patriots actually thinks that a A.J. Brown trade could happen to acquire him, and Patriot fans think this news is actually legit. And yeah, we're going to talk about all this. Let's get into it.
A killer buried, but not dead.
Darren, we better turn around. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. This video is sponsored by BetUS, so definitely go check them out if you guys have not. And definitely big weekend this weekend, divisional round for the Philadelphia Eagles against the LA Rams, and you're going to be at the link. You're going to be ready to go. And definitely some news here. Now, the roster moves for the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously with Nakobe Dean on injured reserve. You know, you signed Nicholas Morrow, that was here last year, veteran player. I would say a safe, signing, knows the players, has familiarity with the scheme and stuff like that. So not a bad signing. I was never really a big fan of Nicholas Morrow when he was here, but at least they signed somebody that they at least know that could be, will be the backup or whatever, and we'll stick to it there. Now you did sign, obviously, Elijah Cooks at wide receiver to the practice squad. They had to release Joseph Nagata for that move to happen, and Paris Campbell is signed on again yet as the to the active roster as a depth receiver. And Paris Campbell is I've liked that how they've used Paris Campbell, and is a veteran player that can come in and God forbid you need him in for a play or two or whatever. He's there for that. I don't know what's going on with Britton Covey and that whole entire situation. Is he healthy? I don't even know what's going on with Britton Covey. They're not putting him on punt returns. They're not getting him, they're not getting him involved in the offense. I don't know what's going on. He's had two big injuries apparently, and I don't know what's going on with him. It's kind of been disappeared into space pretty much with his designation and what they're doing with him, and I guess they're doing really nothing with him. Now, Jaylen Herz had his press conference, okay? There's just a lot of smoke around this team right now just because, it just seems like when I watch other teams in their media, it seems like they just want to give the Eagles the more distractions as possible, whether it's the beat writers or these NFL media outlets, okay? Now, Hertz had some things to say, obviously, regarding the Green Bay game, because we saw what happened in that game. The Eagles did win, held the Packers to 10 points, and obviously the 8th highest scoring team in the league, and I thought they did a pretty good job, but things really do have to get better. Where Hertz talked about that Green Bay just gave them, they did some different things they didn't expect, but you made no adjustments during the game. The passing game was very dry. It was boring. It was just nothing going on. It just seems like nobody was open. And after, obviously, Dan Orlovsky showed a lot of tape on the game and guys weren't open, other than 3 or 4 passes he could have made, and that's only 3 or 4 of them. The adjustments just weren't good enough in that game at all. I mean, that's why, teams will hone in on Saquon Barkley, which I'll get into the next thing as well, is that Jaylen Hertz not challenging the rest of these teams in the playoffs, but pretty much, he was asked a question of why teams are not able to stop Saquon Barkley, and Hertz says he'll never be stopped. He can't be stopped. Okay, and this was Saquon Barkley's best game against the LA Rams. The LA Rams, started out the season with 1 win with a few losses. The first few weeks weren't really that pretty for them because they were injured like crazy. When we faced them early in the season, they were finally healthy, and they gave us a little bit of a challenge there. 14 of their points were really from horrible penalties, so they really didn't. The Rams offense didn't really earn their yards too much because of the penalties. It is what it is with that. But the Philadelphia Eagles, I thought, did a really good job with the run game, and the passing game was great. So I thought there was a really good balance there. But 255 yards is a pretty damn good game. Are you going to do that again for Saquon Barkley? I don't know. They're going to hone in on him, so we'll see what happens. But I expect them to use him a lot. They talked about, well, the Rams got 9 sacks. Do you worry about the situation? Do you worry about that? It's just like, you got probably the best offensive line in the league right now. Okay, look, I watched that Vikings Rams game and it was just a complete disaster. It looked like after the second quarter, really the start of the second half, they threw up the white flag. They really gave up. They looked like they lost their sense of urgency. There was maybe a couple plays from that game where there was a questionable fumble. There was not a questionable face mask to the Vikings. There was never was called. Nothing was going their way, and looks like Sam Darnold has got the Case Keenum effect, where they take a broken down quarterback, get him successful in the regular season, hits the playoffs, and he turns to a pumpkin by midnight. And that's pretty much what happened in that game. They had no answer for the defense, the blitzes, all of that. You're not getting 9 sacks against the Philadelphia Eagles, but they will get 9 sacks if the Eagles don't fix this passing game and at least try to make some adjustments to where get the short passing game going. This creativity has got to be better than what they showed. I mean, Green Bay read everything the Eagles were doing, and I like Fisk, I like Jared Verse, but we faced these guys earlier this season. The Eagles have tape on these guys; they have tape on us so far, and I think this is a very good matchup. And I think the offense will do a good job in the run game, and I think you got to balance out that short passing game. I wish the screen game looked better because the screen game just looks horrible, man. I mean, you have Devontae Smith going out for blocks, which, last time he did that, they almost killed him at that point. The tight end screens look a little bit better, but I love running screens to Saquon, some inside screens to Saquon Barkley. When the Eagles have done that very, very few times in the past during the season, regular season, earlier, I thought it looked really well. I mean, Saquon Barkley following some blockers and being patient and then really turning it up in that second level. I think they could set up really good things in the screen game. A dump off with, light receivers like Devontae Smith blocking. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense in that regard. So I know this is more of Nick's plays when it comes to that, and I think they really have to change some things when it comes to the screen game. But get that short passing game going, I think will be very successful here. Hertz onto the ball and playing hero ball, making your quarterback play hero ball is not really the best decision going into these games. So that was really it when it came to the press conference. He didn't want to really give the Rams any bulletin board material, what he thinks they're going to do or anything like that. He wants to keep things a big question mark of what they think the Eagles are going to do. And yes, this is a time in the playoffs now where you could take things out of your back pocket, plays you've never shown before. Maybe Kellen Moore has, kept things secret with certain players or something like that, certain plays, and defensively with Vic Fangio as well. You can always pull some different things that offenses or defenses have never seen you do before, so you have a little bit of advantage right there. But he's just working and just getting ready for this game, and that's it. And we're gonna do business and get this win and get to the NFC Championship game. So that's what we're doing. Now it looks like the referee that's going to be in this game, everyone's been complaining about it, is Shawn Smith. Now, this is the guy that kicked Chauncey Gardner-Johnson out of the game for 2 verbal personal fouls verbally. Okay. So Jalen Carter needs to watch it. Obviously, I think Chauncey did fantastic. I thought he answered back the next week even better with 2 picks at a game. So I thought that was awesome. But Shawn Smith, obviously Eagles are not going to like this guy in Philadelphia, but he will be in this game. And these guys just have to watch out. As much as we could say, let them just be them, let them be themselves. I think Chauncey has calmed down a little bit. Not that he has to go, but they can't be so excessive in a game like this. They have to watch out because they are going to be looking. They know these referees going to this game are now going to be looking for those guys to, get called for things. And, they will be on the radar, no doubt. So that's the update on the referee being in this game. Then there was a podcast with Mike Rabel as the new Patriots head coach. There was like a little podcast that he was talking about acquiring players and changing the franchise around. Obviously, Mike Rabel is a part of that Bill Belichick coaching tree when he was with the Patriots a long time ago. Okay, so he gets a shot here, and I actually like Mike Rabel a lot. They definitely asked him about, trading for AJ Brown, a possibility on bringing some of his old players that he had. But he said the most PR answer was like, he works on himself. He's a, he's got a personal development, and he's proud of what he's done so far. Blah blah blah. He's got a very close relationship with coaches, players, and I know AJ Brown and Mike Rabel are still close. It was really the GM that made that trade happen with the Philadelphia Eagles and Mike Rabel. If you look at the draft, you look back at the draft video when it happened, he wasn't really too happy about it. And obviously, AJ Brown embarrassed the Titans when they came to Philadelphia, totally embarrassed them. That GM was literally fired 2 days after that game. Okay. And then and then all this on top of everything, we get all this disrespect on Jaylen Herz. He's the worst quarterback in the playoffs, blah, 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 blah. The same old shit every single time, the same narrative that we're always hearing. And these Patriot fans are on social media actually thinking that this news is true. I mean, there was one that I read, an actual trade scenario, okay, that the Patriots would give up a second round pick in 25 for AJ Brown. A second round pick for AJ Brown. I swear to God, literally, if I'm trading AJ Brown, I'm taking your fucking future. I'm taking your soul. I'm taking 6 first round picks. Literally, if I was to trade a player like that, just hypothetically, if someone says, how much do you want for AJ Brown? It would take 5 or 6 first round picks. Literally. That's how much, that's how valuable he is, okay? He is playing with his best friend on a friendly and business level, okay? Him and Devontae Smith have a fantastic relationship. Him and Nick have a fantastic relationship, okay? AJ Brown is in the most successful spot he has been, breaking records, getting 1,000-yard seasons consistently every single year. And, I mean, he's in the playoffs every single year since he's been here. Okay, so these Patriot fans thinking they're gonna trade nothing for AJ Brown and get him for, they're gonna fleece us or something like that. It's definitely not gonna happen. I don't know why so much of this has been circulating, but all these Patriot fans think this is actually legit. Oh, AJ Brown is not, AJ Brown seems frustrated in Philly, seems reading a book on the sidelines of a playoff game. These people don't know anything. They know nothing. They post something, it gets attention, and everyone, oh my God, he's not happy there. Oh, we got to trade for him. They have no idea. They haven't read any of the context. They don't know nothing. Okay, so that's what I have to say about that entire situation, because it was circulating. I was reading during the playoffs, we're hearing trades for AJ. What is going on, man? It's we got to stay off social media. This is so damn toxic. I swear to God, it's just never ending, bro. Getting ready for a divisional round, and we're hearing trade scenarios for AJ Brown. Get the hell out of here, bro. Never gonna happen. But that's really about it, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Eagles news every single day. Make sure you like the video, because it does help the channel out tremendously. But Jaylen Herz is ready. Obviously, last week was last week. You're hoping that the offensive passing game is going to look a lot better, and I think you're going to see a little bit more Saquon this week, no doubt, because they definitely have a weakness against him. Obviously, the Rams have gotten better, but the Eagles have gotten a lot better too since that week. Okay, and I don't care what the Rams did against the Vikings. It's not going to happen against the Philadelphia Eagles. I will tell you that. And you're in Philadelphia, no other place out there to play in. And we'll be doing our thing. So, other than that, let me know what you guys think about the situation with Jaylen Herz and the passing game in general. Do you think it's going to get better? And what do you guys think of this stupid rumor with the AJ Brown stuff going on? Just so dumb. You guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys enjoy yourself. Shakes, what up? Follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.